All right, this was a bad loss. Broncos lose 32-23 over the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm sorry for no post-game live. There was company over, and it was my turn to go live, and I just didn't felt like it because, even if we would have won, I think I wouldn't have gone live. But, no, we would have gone live anyway. But we lost. It was a bad loss. But there's positives, but too many negatives, man. The only positive is Russell Wilson had a solid game, 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. I thought the receivers were good, but we couldn't get the run game going. We couldn't stop the run. Melvin Gordon is a fucking piece of shit who should be released, and we'll get to it. Let's do the play-by-play scoring, and then I'll talk over the stats and shit. All right, so. Alright, that's play-by-play. Scoring plays, there we go. So first, 12-play, 60-yard drive by the Raiders, and they kick a field goal. We hold them to a field goal. Next drive was, I think, it was the most team touchdown I've ever seen for the Broncos in a bit. So the defense, they hold the Raiders, they pin them down like at the 1, and then nice return from Montel Washington. And then the Broncos score a touchdown on a nice 5-yard pass to Cortland Sutton in the back of the end zone. 7-3 Broncos, and that was the last time they led the damn game, I think. And then the next was second quarter. Josh Jacobs, 11 plays, 75 yards, gets a touchdown. We couldn't stop the run today. 10-7. And then the next play, next drive, Broncos kick a field goal, 10-10. It's tied up. Broncos make a stop, and then they got a first down on a 4th and 1 from guess who, Javonte Williams, because he can, pound it. And then the next play, they run it with number 25, game on the line, Melvin fucking Gordon. He fumbles it. It's picked up by Elmeek Robinson, 68-yard return. I wish we tackled him, but Melvin Gordon sucks. No one poked the ball out. He was just hanging in the air, and the ball came loose. Like, he didn't get down or anything. I wish he was down, but he sucks, man. Melvin Gordon needs to be released. He should have been released. We shouldn't have re-signed him. We should have tried to sign another back or draft a back to back up Javonte Williams. And guess what? Javonte Williams is hurt. His knee injury. It's like, I don't know if it's going to be an ACL tear. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Hopefully he's missing like a few weeks. He's definitely not playing Thursday, the way he looked. And then Randy Gregory, I think he said he was fine. I don't know if I think he said he was fine. And PJ Locke, I don't know. So a decent amount of injuries, man. A touchdown, and then guess what? Daniel Carlson missed the extra point, so I was happy there. And then the Broncos 5-play drive, Jerry Jeudy touchdown. He just rolls into the end zone. That made me laugh. And then guess what? I'm not blaming McManus for this one. It was a terrible snap, terrible hold. And then McManus just shanked it because, he's a robot. He's programmed to do what he does. So that extra point came to haunt us. So, all right. And then at the end of the quarter, the defense, if Gregory would have sacked Carr, they wouldn't have gotten the field goal. But they got the field goal, the Raiders at the end, 19-16. And then third quarter, we hold them to a field goal, 22-16. Fourth quarter, another field goal, 25-16, 9-point game. Then the Broncos drive down the field. A nice pass to KJ Hamler. I don't know. I'll revisit that. And then Russell Wilson dives in the end zone for a touchdown, 23-25. And then the Broncos defense just fucking collapses. 10 plays, 75 yards. And all she wrote there, Josh Jacobs had a great game. And that's it. Congrats to the Raider fans for getting their first win of the year. But when you come to Denver, we're going to get you. I'm not confident in that, but I think we could win when you guys come to Denver. But, all right, let's look at the positives. Like the Russell Wilson, 2 touchdowns, 237 yards. Yeah, not that many yards. He led the team in rushing yards. The running game was bad. Mike Boone had a couple good runs, but he dropped a lot of passes. Javonte, 10 carries, and then he got hurt. Melvin Gordon should be fucking gone from the league. Um, all right, receiving. I think the receivers were good. KJ Hamler led the team in receiving yards with that deep pass. It was a nice catch by Hamler. Judy and Son both had good games. I think Sauber had a nice nice catch to create a touchdown. Hinton had a couple catches, but that's it. We didn't use the tight ends outside of Sauber. Montel Washington had one reception for 4 yards. I thought he was good, punt returning. Gordon fumble. I'm gonna kill him. I can't talk about that. I thought Josie Jewell had a worse game, man. It just shows that he can't cover for shit. But I like his run stopping. 1 TFL. Jonas Griffith, nothing. The linebacking core played way worse. Patrick Surtain did not give up a touchdown to Devontae Adams. I know Adams had 100 yards, but he's fucking Devontae Adams. So, who gives a shit? 2 pass deflections. He had a good game, in my opinion. Kareem Jackson, Kansas didn't do anything. Quan Williams had a sack and a TFL, so good for him, and a QB hit as a damn corner. DJ Jones had a nice sack at the beginning to basically get that touchdown. Chubb didn't have a good game. Both pass rushers didn't have a good game, in my opinion. Eric Saubert had a tackle because of the damn fumble. Wait, why does he have a tackle? I don't get it. Yeah, only 2 sacks. The Raiders got 3 sacks. I thought it was more. But they probably had more QB hits. 4 QB hits. We had more QB hits. Gregory had 2 QB hits, so he still kind of contributed. But they had the same amount of TFLs. It's just they played better, man. Max Crosby was a beast. 2 sacks. Hobbs had a sack. And no picks for each team. Brandon Bolden and Amir Abdullah both had kick. They did better kick returning. We just took a bunch of touchbacks, which I'd rather have. Montel Washington, 66 yards returning. He did pretty good, in my opinion. McManus missed the extra point, but again, I think it was just a bad snap. But McManus has to stop missing. This 2 weeks 2 weeks in a row he missed that field goal against the Niners, and then he missed this extra point. The first week doesn't really matter. It was a bad decision by Hackett. Everyone knows it. And then again, Colas Waitman punted a shitload of yards, but the offense scored points. My concern was with the defense. They got killed. The last few games, the run defense has been solid, but this game was terrible. Josh Jacobs owned us. He kind of owns us, even when he has a bad season. 144 yards, 2 touchdowns. Derek Carr had 40 yards. Zamir White had 24 yards. They ran 212 yards running. They exposed us right there. Adams had 101 yards receiving, but no touchdowns because Patrick Surtain did his job. Hollins, 33 yards. So they beat us with the run game. Carr only had 188 passing yards. So he didn't have his classic 400 plus passing yard game against the Broncos, but still they ran the ball, they ran the rock, and we couldn't do it, and they won. Their defense, they capitalized on that fucking gift. Maybe if we would have tackled whoever recovered it, I forgot. Maybe we would have held him to a field goal. Game would have been different, maybe. But that's a bunch of hypotheticals. The Raiders. This was kind of like with the Colts versus Chiefs. The Raiders were desperate and they capitalized. We got a win against the Colts on Thursday because then you got the damn Chargers in primetime again. So another primetime game, back-to-back primetime games. This team, I don't know, man. It's 23 points. That's way better. Last week we had 11 points and won. The defense was way better last week. I don't know. We just played better at home. The defense allowed, just 19 points at home. On the road, calculate that's 30-something. No, 40-something. 30-something. I don't know. 30 what? They allowed 26 today, and then against Seattle, 17. So that's about, add the 10, 43 points, I guess. I don't know. My math's probably wrong, but yeah. So the Raiders, congrats to them. Their running game was good. They got to play the Chiefs next week. That's going to be tough for them. But they got their first win against the Broncos, of course, because Versace got, his first win against the Broncos as a coach. So it's just the Raiders 5 straight against us. We gotta stop that, man. That and the Chiefs. We gotta at least split with both those teams, man. We gotta win those 2 games, Raiders and Chiefs, and we got the Chargers in 2 weeks, so that's not gonna be. I know they're banged up, but that's not gonna be easy. It's in LA, and we're 0-2 in LA as well. 0-2 in that building, SoFi. So I don't know. We're 0-3 in Las Vegas, 0-2 in SoFi. These new buildings have been a curse for us. Yeah. So hopefully we get the win against the Colts on Thursday. A lot of good signs for the offense. It looks smoother. Second half wasn't that good though. We got to run the ball better against the Colts, but they're a tough front seven. So yeah, that's gonna be tough. I know that they lost to the damn Titans, but Derrick Henry's a beast. He finally showed up, and yeah, again to the Raider fans, GG, Ash, Daniel. I guess you're half a Raider fan. All the Raider fans I know, hope you have a good week. The Chiefs, that's gonna be tough for them, and the Colts, they're not a pushover. We have to win. It's a home game. We're 0-2 on the road, 2-0 at home. Hopefully we get 3-0 at home, and yeah, and also shout out to all the Bronco fans who made the trip to Vegas. If you're from there or from states around, like there was a lot of Bronco fans, so shout out to Bronco country for hanging in there and seeing Melvin Gordon and your fucking, your soul, like suck your soul out of your body and just fucking, put you into tears. And that's what Melvin Gordon did to me today. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good night, and that's it. Peace. Go Broncos. And I really wish we had this one, but yeah, we weren't the better team that day. That's it. Peace.